Between April 2nd and April 4th, Valve Studios and EA released the beta for their new game, Knockout City. It is a third-person shooterish game based around dodgeball that is very simple in its premise, but complex in some of its gameplay. The other thing it is super fun to play. So much so that when I was playing it, I was wondering to myself, is this the next major esports game? Now I know this may be a big claim for a game that had 2 days of beta, but I want to go in depth with what this game has to offer to see if it can be up there with the big boys like League of Legends and CSGO, or with the smaller boys like Valorant and Overwatch. So if we're going to see this game become big, we're going to have to see it become the talk of the block, if you will. It needs to become the next big thing like we've seen with Fortnite, Fall Guys, and most recently Among Us. I believe this is achieved in 2 different steps: advertisement and accessibility. We've seen EA pay a lot of YouTubers to play this game, and it seems like even though it's a sponsored video for them, they're genuinely having fun playing the game, so I think EA's covered the advertisement portion. So what do I mean by accessibility in a game? What made Fortnite grow so big was not the fact that people liked the default dance and the Epic Gamer emote so much. It was because anyone could play it on their device and play it with their friend on any other different device, also known as crossplay. And I wouldn't just attribute this accessibility to just crossplay, but as well the fact that Fortnite is a free game. This made Fortnite the most accessible game out there and shot it quickly to esports status. We can also compare this to a game that has been trying to get esports status, Splatoon. Splatoon is only playable on the Switch, so not a lot of people have played it or care about it at all. The reason we see a new Splatoon every couple of years is so that Nintendo can try and recapture the audience they've lost through the natural drop-off of most games. Splatoon will never achieve esports status because it cannot grow past the Nintendo Switch audience it has currently, thus making it so that esports organizations don't want to fund money into making a Splatoon team. So far, Knockout City is on the right path of being fully accessible to multiple people because they're releasing the game on all platforms at launch. However, there is a piece that they can go wrong with this, and that is going to be the price of the game. If they make this game cost more than $20, I don't think we're going to see it have major success. So the next piece of a good esports game is the replayability. Basically, how fun is it going to be to play this game for hours on end like most esports players will have to do? I believe they have this down to a T. This is the part where I'm going to talk about the gameplay of Knockout City, if you can tell. The gameplay at its core is very simple. You get a ball, then you can throw it at your opponent or fake throw it at your opponent. On your opponent's end, you can either try and catch the ball or dodge it. However, the real fun comes in with the extra alternative moves you can do. Instead of throwing straight, you can throw curveballs to throw balls around corners to try and hit your opponent. As well, you can throw balls over stuff and try and hit them sneakily over something. On the defensive side of things, if you catch the ball, it speeds up how fast it's thrown the next time it's thrown. So some of the fights within this game just become this battle of reaction time. This game is all about the mind games between you and your opponent. And this constant struggle for the biggest brain award leads to some pretty sick clips.
Directly to my death.
Listen. It's all for the players, right?
Got him, baby! Double knockout! It took me and the boys 30 minutes to feel comfortable playing the game to go online, and it took us about 2 hours to master all the intricacies within the game. And these little intricacies are what make this a super intense team game. Before I move on to my final point, I want to tell you about one more detail of replayability that's within this game. This is the map and custom ball selection. For the beta, they had 4 maps and 4 custom balls within the game. Each time you played the game, it would pick one of the 4 maps, as well as one of the 4 balls to go along with that map for that round. This small detail of having 1 custom ball per game changes the dynamic of the game so much. For example, there's this wide open building map that you can play on. If you get paired with the sniper ball on this map, you have to be careful because you can be sniped cross-map with the accuracy of this ball. However, if you get the cage ball on this map, it changes the dynamic of how you play so much. Because by hitting an opponent with the cage ball, it traps them, so you can then pick them up and throw them off the ledge. Basically, by getting hit by the cage ball on this map, you're pretty much dead. This simple change in game-to-game experience is what will keep a larger audience that wants to learn how to be the best at this game. Finally, we have fairness, or how fair it feels to be playing this game against other players. Let's look back again at Fortnite. Fortnite blew up at Season 3 and saw a decline after Season 5. This was due to 2 major factors. Number 1, there was no skilled matchmaking for this game. I stopped playing the game for 3 weeks before Season 5, and when I came back, I could not get into a game without there being at least 10 different people that could build a goddamn mansion around me in about 2 seconds. Which, for a casual player, this is not a fun experience. Piece 2 was how unfair crossplay was for people on console. Inherently, the mouse and keyboard are an advantage in every game pretty much. The mouse will always be 10 times more accurate than any controller. So when you're playing a game of Fortnite on your iPhone 7 with your bud who's playing on an Xbox, you're not going to have a good time against one PC player. So how does Knockout City combat these? Number one, they already have systems in place for ranked play. So the more tryhard people can play ranked, and if you just want to play casually, there's a casual mode. Something Fortnite lacked for a long time. Now, how about the controller thing? How do they fix that? You see, my friend, they add auto-aim for everyone. Now, I get it. You hear auto-aim and your gamer instincts shiver in fear. However, in this game, auto-aim actually really improves the experience. Like I said earlier, this game's about the mind games of when you will throw the ball and if your opponent has a fast enough reaction time to catch the ball. So by removing the factor of having to aim for everyone, it lets people focus on the fun part of the game as well as puts everyone on an equal playing field, whether you're playing on PC or on console. So overall, I think this game has the replayability and fairness of a good esports game. I think its viability to continue as a bigger esports game from here is going to be the price point on it. If it's anywhere between free and $20, I imagine Knockout City will have huge success. If it's $30, it might pop off, and if it's anything more than that, it'll probably hinder its success. Personally, no matter what this game costs, I'm definitely going to buy it. It's been my favorite competitive multiplayer experience in about 2 to 3 years. They also said that at launch they're going to add more maps and more ball variants, so there's still a lot more this game hasn't shown us yet. So keep a lookout for it on May 21st. Also, I recorded a lot of my gameplay of it from the first 2 or 3 hours of me playing it, and I'm going to upload that footage to my second channel. So if you want to go see that, check the link in the description. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel and throw a little like down there on this video. Who knows, maybe if the devs see this video, they'll let me play the game early before it's actually released because I'm having withdrawal symptoms from them making such a good game. Please, I want to play it again. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode.